Okay, so we're talking about fire horse energy. We're going deep down into this fire horse energy because at this point, we are about a month in and you're probably feeling a lot of things coming up. So let's talk about it. Even I underestimated the energy of the fire horse year coming in and how strong it would be and how quick it would come in. Okay, I knew it was coming. I told you guys, I told all my clients about it. I knew it was coming in and I still was not prepared for this, okay? So let's get into it. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Does it feel like too much? So right now in my life, first of all, I spent the past 2 years shedding. Even before the year of the snake in 2025, I have been on a shedding and release marathon in my life. Every wound, every belief, everything that was no longer serving me, every trapped emotion, like it all came out. And so with this, as I shifted into this year, I have had so much clarity drop into my business. You guys, like idea after idea after idea, like I am in the middle of creating like 3 different courses and it's all so good and it all lights me up. Okay, and new ideas and new things coming in so fast. But it feels overwhelming at times because I physically can't create this stuff fast enough. Like more ideas are coming in than I could possibly even make it and get this other stuff done before I'm turning to this new thing. That is fire horse energy. That is it right there. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, I want to remind you, you are a soul in a human body. There is nothing wrong with you. If you feel like you're failing, if you feel like it's too much, if you feel like you're overwhelmed, I want to remind you, it is okay. If you need to rest, listen to your physical body. If you are needing to nap more, if you're needing to sleep more, if you need to just take a couple of days off from the doing and rest your soul, that is okay. The best thing you can do is listen to your body and give it what it needs instead of pushing and going too hard, because that is what leads to burnout, right? We're not getting into burnout. This is the year that we are intuitively listening to our body and what it needs, okay? So whatever your body is saying, hey, I need this, let's do it. Let's give it to ourselves so that we can nourish our soul and our mind and our physical body so that it can keep up and we can have the capacity to do all of these incredible ideas and the things that are coming in. But we can't create the things, we can't do these things, we can't start these opportunities if we don't have the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual health and the well-being in order to do them, in order to handle this stuff, okay? So that's the first lesson, is listening to what we need and taking a rest. And it's okay to tell your spirit guide team, hey, this stuff is brilliant and I'm so excited, but I need a little bit of a break, okay? I just need a little bit of a break. Give me a few days off. We're going to get caught up. I'm going to nourish my body and I'm just going to be in a much better place of alignment and energetic capacity in order to be able to pick it back up again and do the stuff and get back into this mode, okay? That is okay to tell your spirit guide team there's nothing wrong with you. I think that communication is so important in sharing where you're truly at, because they can't better serve you until you get honest with where you're at and you share that information with them. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep dropping more stuff on you because they think you're doing great, right? So this is the year of truly listening to what our body needs and communicating that with who needs to hear it. The next theme for this year is going to be discipline, okay? This is teaching you all of this stuff coming in. You said you wanted this. Can you actually handle it? That is the lesson here. So the big thing is, we've talked about this energy budget, right? Just like you have a financial budget, you have an energy budget too. And you have to figure out, where is all of my energy going? Where is it leaking? Am I putting the energy towards the things that I want to do, towards these new opportunities coming in, towards the things that are going to take me to becoming the version of myself I want to be? Or am I spending my energy in other ways that are no longer serving me, right? So first we have to get really, really clear on that. Then we have to introduce discipline, okay? I've released the things that are not serving me now and where I want to go in the future. Now I'm getting really disciplined with my time, okay? Because if you're feeling like me where there's so many ideas coming in and so much greatness, but you just can't get it all done, you have to discipline yourself. So something that I started doing, I used to do this when I was working on big things, right? Like if I was sitting down doing like a workshop or a course and like, really planning stuff out, creating, I would get into my meditative mode. I would get into like my flow state with like, the theta and alpha brainwave state. I do this every single time I sit down to work now. Even if I'm just working on emails, even if I'm just working on something that seems mundane, I always stop and get into flow state every single time I sit down to work. And this has been really important for me because now everything that I do is working in alignment for the big picture. And literally in every single thing, I'm getting the most brilliant ideas. Even if it's just sitting down to write an email, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. The words are flowing, everything's flowing. It's like, use this or, put this in there. Don't forget to mention this. Like everything is just flowing so much easier. Everything is taking a lot less time than I thought it would take because I stopped to just take 30 seconds to get into my flow state before doing it, right? So that's been a big lesson for me this year is just making sure that every single thing I'm doing, no matter how small it seems, I'm doing it from a place of aligned intuition and flow state energy, okay? And then I'm having the discipline to get up and do it. Now, I don't mean when you're feeling overwhelmed and you're like overworked and I just need a nap. Like this is not like I'm pushing, I'm just gonna make myself do it anyways. It's not that, right? Like we're not creating burnout, okay? We're still listening to our bodies, but on the days where I'm like, okay, I feel like working, this is a work day, maybe I'm gonna, instead of working on the thing that seems easier, I'm gonna make myself work on the hard thing. Work on the thing that maybe I've been putting off a little bit. Maybe, I need to just like take the time to do it because the times that I have done that, you guys, like it was so easy and it came so quickly. And I still do this in my life, right? Like you put something off for weeks or months or years and like you finally do it and you're like, oh, that took like 7 minutes. That was not hard. Why did I put that off for so long, right? Like maybe you have something like that in your life. I have several, okay? But the times I just sat down and had that discipline and we're like, no, we're just going to start working on it. You don't have to finish it, but just start working on it. I look up in 15 minutes, an hour and a half, depending on what it is I'm working on. I look up and it's done. It's done. I got into that flow state. I set the intention and I'm like, nope, I'm just going to have the discipline. I'm going to take the inspired action. I'm just going to sit down and start it. And it was done. And it was so easy and it was so brilliant. And I'm like, oh my God. And that's one thing off my plate. That's amazing. So that is the lesson for this year, is just having the discipline on the days that we are working, on the days that we're just sitting down, doing stuff, taking that inspired action, have the discipline to just start. Just start. I have heard this so many times from my spirit guide team this year, is just start. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. We will take over. Everything will be in flow. Everything will be easier. I promise. Like you don't have to push. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be hard. Just start. And everything that I'm working on this year has been that, is just been like, just start it. And like, I look up and the time I sit down to just like outline something and I'm like, oh, I think I'll just like blah, blah, blah. And like, I get into flow and like all of a sudden I have this like 32-page slide presentation and my entire workshop is done and the emails are finished. And I'm like, that didn't even feel like working, because I got into that flow state because I was divinely supported, because I just started. So those are big key things for this fire horse energy. I just wanted to kind of share that with you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, listen to your body. There's nothing wrong with you. You are just being a human, and that is okay. But there are certain things that you can do to embrace this energy so that you're in alignment with this energy, so that you can ride this wave to exactly where you want to go. So if you have a lot of things dropping in, that's amazing. Don't forget to share gratitude for that amazing stuff coming into you. Because if you're like me, some of these ideas, you're like, that is freaking brilliant. Like, why did I not think of that? That is brilliant. And every day I'm like, you guys, like, my spirit guides, oh my God, they are so smart. So just sit with this idea, like this energy of just gratitude. Like, what an amazing opportunity. If you have so many ideas that are so good in taking you where you want to go that you physically can't do them fast enough. What a gift. Because how many times have you been in your life and you have felt stuck and you didn't know what to do next? You didn't know what step to take. You didn't know what to create. You didn't know how you would get there. So just stop and realize, yes, I may feel overwhelmed. Yes, it may be a lot. Yes, it may be too much at times. Yes, I may need a nap. But what an amazing gift to be in a place where I am overwhelmed with brilliant ideas that are in absolute alignment with where I want to go. How many times in my past have I prayed for just a smidgen of this? So don't forget that. It's okay to rest. It's okay to tell your spirit guide team, hey, I need a little bit of break. It's okay to not be super productive for a day and just stop and nourish yourself and go outside and ground your energy and meditate and go for a walk in the sunshine because it's really pretty outside and just take a nap. It's okay. All of that is helping you in the big picture. Let's shift our mindset, and everything is working out in my favor. Everything is here to help me get to where I want to go. If something is off, look for the lesson. The faster you learn the lesson, the faster it will stop being off. And don't forget to have the gratitude for exactly where you're at, for the lessons coming in, and for where it's taking you and who it is shaping you in to be, which is the version of you that can handle more. Because you don't want to be a lottery winner who wins the jackpot and is filing for bankruptcy a year and a half later. We're not going to be that person. Nope. We're learning the lessons. We're learning the discipline. We are shifting our mindset, and we're doing it the right way so that we are becoming the version of ourselves that can receive more and hold more, right? This is what you dreamed of. But if you're leveling up that much, it's going to require you to change in some way or another. Make sure that you're doing the work to change, to become the version of you that is ready for that level of life. That version of you is different than the version of you yesterday or a year ago, right? They're not the same person. Every day we're growing. And I just want to say I am so proud of you. This has been hard. There's a lot of stuff coming on, not even to mention what is going on in the world around us, right? And I just want to say I am so proud of you for this journey that you're on, for all the work that you're doing, for the lessons that you're learning. I am so proud of you.